Hello students, welcome back to session 22 on Unit 2 of Accounting 1. In previous session, particularly in session 21, we discussed in detail what is special journal or subsidiary books, why special journal, what are different types of special journals, what difference exists between subsidiary books and ledger. At the end of this session, you will come to know what is purchases book, what is purchases return book, how to prepare both of these books of original entry, how to post entries from these books of original entry to ledger account. So let me concentrate on purchases book. In previous session, that is in session 21, I mentioned or I explained you particularly what are the various special journals to be maintained by business concern. The first special journal which I mentioned was purchases book. You know that purchases books are meant for recording transactions relating to purchase of merchandise or goods in which organized deals with on credit basis only. Try to understand, we will record only those transactions which results in purchase of goods on credit basis only in purchases book. If you purchase goods on cash basis, it will not be recorded in purchase book. If you purchase anything other than goods on credit or on cash, will never be recorded in purchases book. Only purchase of goods on credit basis will be recorded in purchases book. While preparing purchases book, you need a document called invoice. So what is invoice? It's a statement issued by supplier of goods from whom you purchase goods on credit basis. In that statement, there are certain details relating to quantity of goods you purchase, quality of goods you purchase, and price of goods sold by them to the business concern. Try to understand, a statement that you receive at the time of purchasing goods on credit basis which specifies quantity, quality and price of goods that you purchase, that indicates invoice. As you here means business concern is receiving this invoice is called as inward invoice. So this is what the format of purchase book. First column is date column where you are recording date of transaction. Next column is particular column where you are recording name of the supplier. Next column is inward invoice number column. Inward invoice number of that particular supplier will be recorded here. Ledger folio column. This column we are recording page number of ledger where a specific supplier account is maintained. Next, in amount column we will record amount. While recording the amount, we will record net amount. Net amount here means what is that? Particularly, what is the list price of the goods and what trade discount they had given to you, suppliers. So list price minus trade discount indicates net amount. That net amount will be recorded in amount column. So how to post transaction from purchases book to concern ledgers? Usually transactions in purchases book are posted to two different types of account. One is suppliers account, the other one is purchases account. In suppliers account, try to understand, we will record it on credit side of supplier account. In particular column on credit side, we will write by purchases account. Try to understand, daily we will post transactions from purchase book to particular supplier. In purchases account, we will record or we will post transaction from purchase book to purchase account on debit side, while recording transactions relating to credit purchases in purchases account. Sorry, not while recording, while posting transaction relating to credit purchases in purchases account. Either you can specify a name of supplier individually or you can record it together as two sundries on debit side of purchases account. As in when I post transaction from purchases book to concern purchases account and suppliers account, you will come to know how to post it. One thing you just remember, we are posting daily to suppliers account, but we are not posting daily to purchases account. Periodically we will post credit purchases from purchase book to purchases account. So two accounts will get affected. One is suppliers account, the other one is purchases account. In case if there are n number of suppliers, that many suppliers accounts must be opened by you. Let me have problems on preparation of purchases book. Just read the problem. Bought goods from G Stores of Mangalore. What are the goods bought from G Stores is given. Bought from N General Stores of Coppa, that is also specified. Purchases 300 bags of wheat from H Limited Bangalore for rupees 1200 per bag, and trade discount was rupees 800, forwarding charges were rupees 600, and again bought 100 bags of wheat from General Stores Udupi for cash rupees 400 per bag. Purchased machinery worth rupees 5600 from supplier at Coppa on credit. When you look at this problem, it is very clear that from G Store you purchased on credit basis, from N General Store you purchased on credit basis, even from H Limited you purchased on credit basis. But from General Stores of Udupi you purchased on cash basis. That's why this transaction will not be recorded in purchase book. And again, when you look at the last transaction, you purchase machinery. So whatever you purchase will not be recorded in purchase book. Only goods purchased on credit basis will be recorded. Other than goods purchased on credit or cash basis will never be recorded in purchases book. So this is how I prepared. You just look at that. G Stores, in particular column I supplied the name of supplier, 100 bags of wheat, 200 per bag, totally 2 lakh, 80 bags of sugar, 500 per bag, 40, totally 2,40,000. Trade discount allowed by them was 12%. On 2,40,000 you calculate 12%, you will arrive at 28,800. This is what net amount. So net amount means list price of the goods purchased minus trade discount. So in General Stores, in the same way I did 800 into 820, 6,56,000 less trade discount 2,000. So totally 6,54,000. H Limited, you just see 300 bags of wheat, 1,200 per bag less trade discount, and forwarding charges must be added. That must be added. Try to understand. So because being a purchaser you have to bear that expenses, that's why it must be added. So totally 3,59,800. So total of the purchases book is 12,25,000. As date is not given, had given serial number. So I posted, see, to where to post, to G Stores, to N General Store, to H Limited I have to post. In addition to that I should post it to one more account known as purchases account. You just see how I posted from purchases book to all these suppliers. On credit side I recorded by purchases, and net amount I recorded. You just selected this, and at last I prepared purchases account. I posted entries from purchase book to purchases account because two accounts will get affected, suppliers account and purchases account. Instead of me recording these three names, means names of these three suppliers, I would have recorded two sundries and only once and recorded total 12,25,000. There are two ways. Either you can show each supplier's name or you can write it as two sundries. So I had shown each and every supplier's name on debit side of purchases account as 2 G Stores account, as 2 N General Stores account, 2 H Limited account. You know that whenever you purchase goods on credit basis, journal entry is purchases account debtor to suppliers account. So on credit side of supplier account you will record it as by purchases. On debit side you will record it as what? To suppliers. So, try to understand, on credit side of suppliers account you will record it as by purchases. So on debit side of purchases account you will record it as to suppliers account. So I balanced only purchases account. So I have not specified the date as date is not given. Balance means you know that you have to calculate the total of both the sides. So where there is a shortage you have to record the shortage, particularly in the side where there is a shortage, that will be considered as a balance, so that the total of both the sides will be equal. So as the total of debit is more than the credit by 12,25,000, balance will appear on credit side, by balance carried down 12,25,000. So this is all about preparation of purchases book. So let me see how to what is purchases written book and how to prepare purchases written book. So you know that whenever you return goods which you purchased on credit basis, So you will record it in a separate book known as purchases written book. So purchases written book is maintained for the purpose of recording returns of merchandise purchased on credit basis. So in this book, no entry is made for return for cash purchase of merchandise or return of article or asset purchased other than the merchandise. And in the sense, you are not recording particularly purchase return of cash purchases. You are recording only purchase return of credit purchases. And one more thing, if you return other than goods which you purchase either on cash or on credit, that will not that will never enter particularly in purchase return book. Source document for recording purchase return book is debit note issued to suppliers on or credit note received from suppliers. So whenever you return goods, try to understand, whenever you return goods, so you will issue a debit note to suppliers or credit note will be received from suppliers. So usually debit note will be used as a base document to record purchases written book or to prepare purchases written book. You just look at the format just like purchase book, only one column get changes. Here you are recording debit note number, date, particular, debit note number, ledger folio, amount. So how you are posting purchases written book entries will be posted to two different types of accounts. One is purchases written account and the other one is suppliers account. So while posting entries from purchases written book to suppliers account, you will post it daily on debit side of suppliers account as to purchases written account. When you post entries from purchases written account to purchase written book to purchases written account, you will not daily post it, you will periodically post it by writing either name of each supplier separately or combinedly you will write by sundries on credit side of purchases written account. So when we start solving the problem, you will come to know how to post entries from purchase written book to specific accounts. See illustration on preparation of purchase written book. Written goods worth rupees 2000 to C Limited of Kolkata. Written goods worth rupees 2000 to N Limited. Allowances claimed from B Limited Mumbai rupees 300. See, I have mentioned date and even I have mentioned particular column that is C Limited Kolkata, N Limited 2000, B Limited Mumbai 300 and Vinayaka Traders. I think in this problem 18th transaction is not there. So means we return goods to Vinayaka Traders to the extent of rupees 4000. So the total is 9300. In particular column to whom organization returned is there. In amount column what is the amount of goods returned is there. That's all. Now if you look at that book, it is very clear that you should prepare C Limited, N Limited, B Limited, Vinayaka Traders and at the same time purchases written account. So C Limited account, B Limited account, Vinayaka Traders account, N Limited account. How I recorded? So on date column I have recorded the date on which transaction took place. So by purchases written. Why? We know that as and when you purchase goods, journal entries purchases account debtor to suppliers account. When you return goods, what's the journal entry? Suppliers account debtor to purchases written account. That's why in suppliers account we will record it on debit side. In particular column we will give reference to what we credited. What we credited, purchases written we credited. So if you go to purchases written account, so either you can specify name of suppliers to whom you return the goods specifically or individually, or you can write as by sundries rupees 9300. So I have recorded each and every supplier's name. Try to understand, means I posted each and every suppliers to whom we return goods accordingly, means as per the date. So see here on 1/1/2000 by C Limited, 6/1/2020 by N Limited. Why I credited? We know that as and when you return goods which we purchased on credit basis, journal entry is suppliers account debtor to purchases written account. Supplier account will be debited, purchase written account will be credited. So that's why I credited purchases written account to the extent of 9300. I balance this account. So this is how we are preparing purchases book, purchases return book, and we are posting entries from purchases to purchases book and purchase return book to concern ledger. Try to understand. We are posting entries from purchase book to various suppliers account and purchases account, and we are posting entries from purchases return book to various suppliers account and purchase return account. That's all. We'll see the remaining particularly in next session. Thank you. Take care.